1 and 2. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And stop right there. Spaces and make sure it's rest. Down, up. Got it. Make sure you pick that up. Everybody at 35. 35. 1 and 2 and 35. 1, 2, 7, go soft. 1, 7. Yeah, perfect. Nice job. Make sure the bow is on the string before you have to come in, all right? I'm going to go the whole measure before me. Bow on the string, compare the note, when you're ready for that up bow. Real quick, guys, 27. Back it up to 27. The pizzicato violins, make sure we don't rush those when you come in with pizz. Da, 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 dee, da, da. Got it? Here we go. Ready? 27. 1, 2, 27. Yes, and da, 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 da. 1, 2. Eyes up, and you. I just realized that. Okay, music in order, guys. Here we go. Can. Summer song. Star Dancer. Classic Symphonia. Tribal Dance. Ludwig's Dance Party. Got it? Do you need me to repeat that order? Are you sure? Are you ready to go?
Things are full. No.
So, can. Summer Song. Star Dancer. Classic Symphonia. Tribal Dance. Ludwig's Dance Party. So you need to take can, right, out of your mind or first when you order. All right?
All right, good morning, parents. Thank you for being here on our finale concert from our awesome summer orchestra camp we just had the past 2 weeks. We've had a great time working with your student musician. We've learned a lot, and they are just amazing musicians. And we're going to get started with our performance today. I'm going to introduce our concert master. She's going to stand up, she's going to be acknowledged, and she is going to tune our orchestra. So we have Mariana as our concert master. Please give her a hand. you're not sure who I am, I'm Andy Heyer. I teach 5th grade orchestra at Whitney and Muraski, and I also direct all the Strongsville High School orchestras. So at some point in the future, these students will be mine at Strongsville High School when they become high school students. We're going to start with a really fun, awesome piece, and we're going to feature our wonderful bass section. We're going to feature Aiden and Ava and Luke on a piece you heard us play back in 5th grade on the May concert, but this is a full bass feature. So you're going to hear the can-can accompanied by the orchestra with our bass section being featured.
Hello, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Kim Taylor and I teach 7th and 8th grade orchestra here. And it's been just amazing working with these students. Only 8 rehearsals and we're putting on this great concert for you. I know for some of our kids, actually I think even the 7th graders, this is your first concert here in the auditorium. Last year we did have a couple concerts up at the high school, so we're finally on our home turf, which is a nice place to be. We're glad that you're here, and we're going to play a next little number, Summer Stomp, for the season, and it's a good little, got some little jazzy notes in there, and a little good toe tapper. It's a good little toe tapper, so here's Summer Stomp.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanya Rogers, and I've had the pleasure of teaching these students here. It's amazing to see what they've been able to accomplish in only 7 days. It's just really such a great group of musicians. They've done some amazing work. And our next piece we'll be performing for you is kind of a mystical sounding piece, and it's called Star Dancer. Before we perform our next piece, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the past 7 days. The students have had a lot of different opportunities. We worked in some half groups and small orchestras, so some of our 6th and 7th graders got to know each other a little bit more. We did something called sectionals, where just the violins would work with our high school leadership team and get some individual work together, and then we had our big rehearsals on the stage. So the students had a variety of experiences and opportunities the past 7 days to improve their skills and get better and better each day. Another opportunity for the students that will be coming available in the fall that I'm sure many of the students will be interested in is an honors group called Chamber Strings. We've had chamber strings here at Strongsville Middle School. In the past, we weren't able to have it last year, but this year it will be returning. It's an audition group, and now all of these students are eligible to audition for honors orchestra, chamber strings, excuse me. And it's only open to 7th and 8th graders. We typically rehearse twice a week, once before school, once after school, and it's a special orchestra that performs at special events. We typically go to Cedar Point, Music in the Parks competition. We played for the Veterans Day Assembly. We played for Board of Education meetings. But it's a special honors group for students that are looking for more challenging music and being a part of that group that meets together about twice a week. So you'll be hearing more information from me about chamber strings and when auditions will be, and we'll get that started pretty quickly at the beginning of the school year, and students can audition for that. So our next piece we'll be performing is a longer, more complicated piece, but we really worked on our bow change styles, and each section gets solos, and this piece is called Classic Sinfonia.
All right, so now for something completely different. So what a great job, that sounded so awesome. So you may have seen some of our high school helpers have just left their violin viola sections, and I asked them to play Tabano African drums for this next piece. So it's a real treat because, you know, string players, they don't often get to play percussion or something else. So they're like, oh yeah, I'm on a drum. Let's do that, that sounds cool. So those rhythms will be echoed in our string parts, and this is a really cool song called Tribal Dance. Hope you enjoy it.
All right. We have a few people we need to thank who have contributed greatly over the past 2 weeks. One of the real important cultural elements of our orchestra program here in Strongsville is student leadership. And we are very fortunate. We have amazing student leaders at the high school who are able to assist whenever, wherever possible. So we've had several student musicians from the high school come in, work with our students here at the camp. They've run sectionals, they've played along with the group, they've assisted if an instrument went down and a string needed to be replaced, they would go take care of it for us. I'd like to acknowledge these students, and we're going to start with our violin players who came and helped out. We have Lauren Dunlop, Zach Reines, Naisha Tariq, Laura Fogwell, Avanish Palakanda, and with the viola section we have Amanda Schaefer and Lily Vassell, and helping with cellos, Sophia Ruff and Lucy Maseka. And then we had some of our outstanding 8th grade musicians with this group who also helped with our 5th grade. We had Luke Soniker and Andrew Kunselman on bass helping out. And let's give those players and these students a big round of applause. And we had a very special assistant helping us out the past 2 weeks, a class of 2020 alumni, Strongsville High School Orchestra program. She is just completed her first year at BGSU, my alma mater, studying music education. Her goal is to become an orchestra teacher just like us. And I'd like to give Clarissa Yankee a warm and such, I'm so gracious that she's helped out. She's done a lot. She's been up helping our high schoolers too after school was out for her. So stand, Clarissa, give her a big foot, everybody. Who knows, someday she might be on this very stage directly. That'd be awesome, right? Before we play our final piece, I'd like to thank Mr. Ruff back there on drum set, who's going to help us out on this really fun, groovy tune that you're going to hear called Ludwig and Sparkle. Oh, forgot. Also want to thank one of the sponsors for the past 2 weeks. All of our shirts on the back say Royalty Music Center. They're one of our partners. They help our program out tremendously. We want to thank all the folks at Royalty Music Center who had shirts made for us at no cost to us. So shout out to Royalty Music Center. And of course, the Strongsville Instrumental Music Boosters, the support organization that helps us out. They provided popsicles last week on one of the days. So thank you for both of those entities. And thank you for all your support with your student musician. It's been a blast. And that concludes our 2021 Summer Orchestra Camp. And thank you very much for being here.